So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we'd like to seek your good wishes and your blessings so that we can please the Lord and His pure devotees. And when we can please the Lord and His devotees, our progress towards the spiritual world will be very swift. So today, as I just mentioned, we are celebrating the disappearance day of Gopal Bhatt Goswami. Why are we celebrating somebody passing away? Because he's returned back to the spiritual world. He's come from the spiritual world and he's going back. Of course, somebody going away from us is always painful. But the celebration is that he's back with Krishna. So Jayanti is going to enlighten us about Gopal Bhatt Goswami.
Hare Krishna. So just over 500 years ago, Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he traveled all over Bhatt preaching the holy names of Krishna. So he did this actually after he took Diksha and Sannyas at the age of 24. Mahaprabhu arrived in South Bharat in 1511 at the beginning of the rainy season. He visited Ranganatha temple in Srirangam. The head priest at the moment was Venkat Bhatt Goswami. He invited Mahaprabhu to stay with him for 4 months of the rainy season. The reason for the Lord coming there was that he actually was looking for his pure devotee, Gopal Bhatt, who was actually born in 1503 and left this planet in 1578. And he was the son of Venkat Bhatt Goswami. At this time, actually, Gopal Bhatt was a very young boy when Mahaprabhu came.
8 years old.
Yeah, he's about 8 years old. So he served Mahaprabhu at a very young age. So he served Mahaprabhu daily and began to understand and dive into the depth of Mahaprabhu's teachings on Radha and Krishna Prem. Venkat Bhatt worshipped Lakshmi Narayan and saw no difference between Narayan and Krishna. So Mahaprabhu explained the philosophy of Raganuga Bhakti, which is what we follow. Mahaprabhu explained that Narayan, the opulent form of Krishna, has only 60 characteristics compared to Krishna, who has 64. Second thing was Narayan himself meditates upon Krishna with the wish to enter the rasa dance. And also Lakshmi Devi meditates on Krishna with the desire to enter the rasa dance. So, they can't automatically go into the rasa dance, they have to meditate.
And in fact, Lakshmi Devi, I don't think ever is allowed because of her mood of opulence, awe and reverence.
And in Vrindavan, Krishna plays the game of love with the residents of Vrindavan. So the son of Venkat Bhatt, who is Gopal Bhatt, had already realized that Mahaprabhu was none other than Krishna before his father had realized this. So Mahaprabhu revealed himself as Krishna to Venkat Bhatt after this. Mahaprabhu told Venkat Bhatt that Gopal Bhatt is not an ordinary human. And he's actually a Manjari in Golok Vrindavan. Some say he's Guna Manjari, and some Kavi Kanapu actually says he's Anga Manjari, who is the younger sister of Radharani. So this Manjari is actually a personal associate of Radha and Krishna. Mahaprabhu initiated Gopal Bhatt and instructed him to go in due course of time and live in Vrindavan. So actually when Mahaprabhu met Gopal Bhatt for the first time, because it was a meeting of Radharani and Radharani's younger sister, that meeting was, something that you couldn't really imagine. It was because the meeting after such a long time. So that was the bhav when they met. He was given the instruction to preach. This is Gopal Bhatt. He was given the instruction to preach the philosophy of devotion with Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, and really discover the sacred places where Radha and Krishna performed their pastimes. So Gopal Bhatt left for Vrindavan after his parents passed away and with their blessings. So he literally ran to Vrindavan, crying, dancing, chanting, and fully focused on Radha and Krishna and the holy land of Vrindavan. Sometimes he became unconscious for hours while meditating, and his journey was being made more difficult by some of these challenges. One day, Gopal Bhatt met a Brahmin boy who helped him travel, and he guided him on the right route and cooked and cared for Gopal Bhatt. And Gopal Bhatt spent his time living in Vrindavan doing kirtan, giving kathas and writing. He actually wrote a couple of very important scriptures, Hari Bhakti Vilas and Sat Sandarbha, which the other two Goswamis, I think Jiva Goswami and Sanatan Goswami actually used to compile them into a proper version that we have today. He chose to live at the place where Rani experienced separation from Krishna when he disappeared from Rasila one time. Mahaprabhu departed from this world, and in separation from Mahaprabhu, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami fainted. They saw a vision of Mahaprabhu where he told Rupa and Sanatan to worship Govinda Dev Ji and Madan Mohan Ji. And Madhu Pandit was worshipping Gopal Nath Ji. Gopinath Ji. Mahaprabhu told Gopal Bhatt, actually in a dream, because Gopal Bhatt also wanted to worship a deity. So in a dream, Mahaprabhu instructed Gopal Bhatt to go to the Gandaki river, where he'd find a Shaligram Shila, and he instructed him that the first Shila that he came across, that was the one that he should worship. So Gopal Bhatt went to the Gandaki river, and he kept on putting his palms in to take a Shila out, and that Shila actually he would take out and he placed it back into the water. He did this a few times. The same Shila which would come into his palms. So
because he felt unworthy, right, to worship.
That's right. Yes. So because the same Shila kept on coming into his palms, and he realized that this is the instruction of Mahaprabhu that he should actually take this Shila. So he took this Shila, and then he came across some more Shilas, 12 other Shilas actually. And that first Shila actually was the Damodar Shila. And Mahaprabhu said that he would always reside in this Shila. Gopal Bhatt Goswami okay, yeah, we'll cover that bit. So
this is Radha Govindji, who Rupa Goswami worshipped, installed and worshipped in Vrindavan. Now in Jaipur. And this is Radha Gopinath, who Madhu Pandit worshipped. And this is Radha Madan Mohan, who Sanatan Goswami worships.
So after taking the Shilas, Gopal Bhatt returned back to Vrindavan and began worshipping the Shilas. So basically there were 12 Shilas, and he would worship them all together. And he would sometimes swing them all together from the tree, put them in a cloth and swing them and worship them like this. So Rupa Goswami was serving Govindji, Sanatan was worshipping Madan Mohan Ji, and Madhu Pandit was worshipping Gopinath Ji. Gopal Bhatt used to dress the deities of and adore the face of Govind Dev Ji, and he adored the chest of Gopinath and the feet of Madan Mohan. So he decided to worship a deity with all these features in one form.
But Shaligram is a stone. So
it didn't have any form at the moment. So it was just meditating on this Shaligram and praying to Mahaprabhu for the Shaligram actually to become a deity. So he used to pray intensely for the deity to appear in a form. So one morning on Nrsimha Chaturdasi, Gopal Bhatt Goswami was just wandering around Vrindavan, and everywhere he would hear that this is the day when Nrsimhadev came out of the stone pillar. So he was intensely praying that when will my deity appear for my Shaligram Shila. And also someone actually came and gifted many clothes and ornaments for his deity, and he was wondering, I can't even put these on my deity, so what use are of they to me? But he kept them anyway. So on that day, Nrsimha Chaturdasi, he fell asleep crying, for this form to appear. And in the dream, reassured by Mahaprabhu that his desire would soon be fulfilled. So next morning, Gopal Goswami awoke to find only 11 of 12 Shilas when he went to do his morning puja. Then he realized that his Damodar Shila had taken the beautiful form of Lord Krishna. So the deity had a face like Govindji, a broad chest like Gopinath, and the soft lotus feet like Madan Mohan. Deity manifested from the love of Gopal Bhatt Goswami. So the place where Gopal Bhatt Goswami chose for his bhajan was a spot where Krishna had disappeared from the Ras Leela and Radharani had experienced deep pangs of separation. So this is the exact place where the deity self-manifested from the Damodar Shila. And so the Goswamis are named this deity Radharaman. Radharamanji appeared out of Gopal Bhatt Goswami's deep love and desire. And Lord Chaitanya too wanted to remain in a manifest form after his departure from the world. So he had explained that he would remain present in the Damodar Shila. The devotees can take darshan of Krishna and go in one form, Radharamanji. So this is the beautiful form of Radharamanji.
Previously was a round stone, and he manifested himself as a three-bending form of Sri Krishna. Most beautiful deity.
Yeah, and also, as you can see, the hands are, ready to play the flute. So, Gopal Bhatt understood that all the ornaments and everything that he'd got were actually for this form. So Radharamanji is truly bound by love. When Radharamanji manifested from the Damodar Shila, the original markings of the Shila appeared under his waist. So if you can just see just about his shorts, yes, just below his belly button, you can see 3 lines. So that's where the Damodar, so the rope was bound to his waist, and that's the markings. So Radharamanji is actually Radha and Krishna combined. There's no separate deity of Radharani at this temple. And the temples still have a worship the holy name of Radha next to Radharamanji. So basically, they've written the name next to this deity, and that's how they worship Radharani. Gopal Bhatt Goswami asked one of his disciples, Gopinath, actually initially to get married, so the worship of Radharamanji can be carried on. Gopinath actually refused, so his brother Damodar was asked, and he agreed to get married to continue this lineage of Goswami's worship at the temple. So the current Goswamis actually come from Damodar. So Damodar is initiated by Gopal Bhatt Goswami and given the name Damodar Das Goswami. So Gopal Bhatt Goswami ki jai, Radharamanji ki jai.
So are there any questions or any comments? Madhu, Sudan Prabhu, anything you'd like to add to what we've just said?
Haribol, Nabi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
All to all devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Radharaman temple is amazing, when you actually go there. And I always have a picture on my altar here of Radharaman.
Okay.
And it's amazing how this deity is manifest, out of deep love for the great devotees like Rupa Goswami and Gopal Goswami. And so these are great acharyas, who followed in the bhakti path. They paved the path of bhakti. But under the guidance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they spent a lot of time in Vrindavan. And when we go to Vrindavan, actually, Shaligram Silas are amazing, and people don't understand. But actually, my cousin, who you know Trikalagia, don't you?
Yeah, he's got tons of them.
And he sends me. If anybody can see my screen, can you see on my phone?
No, wait! I can share. Okay, now you can. Now share your screen.
Yeah, wait a minute. I can't see my screen. Where is it? Oh. Yeah, anyway, I'll show you.
We can see it later, don't worry. We can see it later.
These are the Saligram Silas
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Vikalagya, and at his house, so many Salagram Shilas, and that's only one side. And then on the other side, he has these other Salagram Shilas.
Ah, yeah.
And
We went
every
there
day, Tangavidya is with his Patni.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have any Salagram Shilas. I don't know how to go into the worship of Salagram Shilas. I know they all manifest in Gandhiki River, which is up in the Himalayas somewhere. I think I don't know exactly where.
This is Madhusudan, this is our Shaligram Sila at home.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, they're amazing. That's right.
Huge.
Oh, you have. Yeah, that's nice. Is that what are they? What do you call them?
He's known as Anantashesh, but we
Yeah.
call him Radha Shyam Sundar.
Yeah.
They're together like this. They're Krishna and Balaram. So
Yeah, that's amazing, when but I know little, but I know when I hear the story of how this Shaligram Sila manifested into Radha Raman temple, I was really attracted to that.
yeah,
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's one of the favorite temples.
Yeah.
So you're right.
It is amazing temple as well,
Yeah.
And sorry, I forgot to mention, Radha Ramanji is actually the only original deity is still in Vrindavan. All the other ones actually have left Vrindavan and are residing elsewhere.
And if one
Yeah, and especially Radha Govindji temple in Jaipur is very dear to me. I have because my father passed away in Jaipur, and when he was in the hospital there, I went to Radha Govindaji temple.
Nice.
These deities in Jaipur, and I prayed to them for my father. And so after that, he passed away. So
they're the original deities of Rupa Goswami, no?
that's right. Yes, yeah. And I have a picture rather than Govindaji on my altar. I always keep it because you just showed that picture. It's so beautiful with Radha Raman.
Yeah.
Radha Govindaji, And it's a story, isn't it, behind that? Because it's the Mansingh of Jaipur had to go and rescue these deities. They came in his dream.
That's right.
Because the Muslims were demolishing all the temples and the Radha Govindaji temple was being blasted. So Mansingh sent an army to bring those deities to Jaipur.
That's right.
Yeah, those deities are beautiful, amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.